So, hi everyone, welcome to the channel. My name's Claire. This channel is about helping you, empower you on your twin flame journey, your inner divine feminine, your inner divine masculine. And the way I've been doing it lately is I do the Venus transit, which is in Taurus, for the divine feminine, which is also the masculine's feminine side, so it's wise to watch both, regardless of gender, by the way. And I do the Mars transit, which is in Aries, for divine masculine. Again, that is also divine feminine's masculine side, regardless of your gender. So watch them both. And so far, they both basically tie in, because with me being the nature of a twin flame healer, with lots of different ways and how I do that, and you can read below. I very much, each time I'm doing this, I'm picking up on two halves of the same soul, because that's what true twin flames are, as they guide me to Angel of Balance. So, and I was actually just like, I was like, where is the ankh? So the fact that I'm looking for the ankh, I feel, has some sort of meaning, a symbolic meaning of like, someone's like, I need the other half of my soul, where is it? Because of the ankh being about the masculine and feminine uniting. So interesting. So everything, if you're new, everything I do is channeling, meaning that the way I start every video has got a whole lot to do with the energy that's going on in a connection. Now, I'll talk about this as if it's just two people. It's not two people, it's a whole load of people that are going through the same thing. Now, that isn't everyone that's a twin flame, by the way, because there's different twin flames at different stages of, there's different, do you see what I'm just doing there, right? That's a wee wolf. So again, you could be connected to the wolf power animal like me, or you could just be boxing clever, you know, like something, keeping something under wraps, or using your intuition about something, because just that's what the wolf is about. It's very psychic, but observes, you know. It's very, I sound like I'm describing Scorpio rising too, which I am, and which is probably why that's my power animal. But anyway, so that's how you might be if you're connecting with this, or your person. So I just looked at 222, so that's about balance and partnership coming in. There's lots of different wee synchronicities that have happened, so I'm going to quickly, like, I'm holding one of them, and so I'll just get going. So the first, oh yeah, and so everything I do is clearing and healing energy. So although it might just look like I'm reading cards here, I am actually, you know, I pray and open up sacred space before every single video and clear the energy, and that's what I'm doing while I'm doing this. So, oh, and it's absolutely time to start, because it is, if I can look, see that? It's 441. You see? Well, it just changed to 442. So that's my sign to go. And again, I don't wait for that. Like today, I suppose it was a bit of both. Like it always just intuitively seems to land that I start a video at like 144, like, you know, at lunchtime, or 441, or, you know, it's not every time, but it's actually quite a lot of the time. Right, so this was what was interesting. Right before I pressed record, there was a deck of cards that I've put on this wee teacup that I've got. That was actually, it was actually my mum's gran who guides me in the spirit world. I mean, I've got a load of guides in the spirit world, but so, and that's quite apt, because I just got guided to post the Mediumship Monday post, which, if you're an OG, you'll know that I just, sometimes I post that, sometimes I don't. I always do Mediumship Monday, unless like I really wasn't well or I didn't have energy. But I usually always even still do a wee tiny video to say I've not got any energy, but it's a message for everyone else. But I got guided to post it today. So if you're new, if you just go and see the community tab, and basically just put some emojis. I've just been drawn to 418, so 418 is a union sign, it's the 4 of Wands. Just go and put some emojis. And like I said, if anybody does want a message from the Twin Flames herself, like from this deck or another deck, like I'll just go to whatever deck, message deck, then put the 2 flame emojis, and I'll know that you're given permission for that. Other than that, I will just choose any deck, right? Because I don't, if you're new around here, yes, I'm a twin flame healer, but I don't actually, funnily enough, completely make it all about that, because I feel that really misses the point. It can keep you quite codependent and longing after somebody. I'm more about empowerment, and I haven't got to where I'm at, which is feeling really strong actually. and just happy in the present moment and just accepting the way things are. By being like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've got like that by releasing all of that I noticed around me. And like, if you've been around here a long time, you'll have heard me say loads of times it's important for other people to hear. Like, there was a time on my TWINFLAME journey where I actually hadn't realised that I was still being codependent, because it's just, I didn't realise you could be like that when you weren't physically seeing the person, but you absolutely can. So if you're like longing after the person and, you know, waiting for the day that's never coming, that's, you've got to get on with your life, you've got to be present. And so that's what I'm all about helping people with. But I did feel guided for a wee bit of fun. So as long as you know that when I give you that message, it's either going to resonate or it isn't. And even if it does resonate and you feel like it's from them, they could be a while off from catching up to that. Some people maybe not though, because it's just reached 555 and that's big changes. So I'm not in charge of that. It's all about a wee bit of fun and having a laugh. Where the fuck's your sense of humour? Yeah. Again, I always feel like I wrote those cards or something. But then I've just been guided to this as well. Fucking apologise. Seriously, just do it. So again, I don't know who that's for, but somebody needs it. And actually, it's quite interesting because I was going to do the Divine Feminine message first, because I quite like doing that, because it's like the journey. Like, you're flying blind and you're just tapping into what's going on. And then we find out what's going on when I do the masculine message. So that's why I like to do it like that. But today, because of this falling in my path, like, you know, before I'd done it and then the other things happening, I feel I need to do the masculine message first and then the feminine. So you might want to watch them in this order if you've found this one first, but just, you know, whatever. Let's just see what's going on. I'm just leaving it open to see, so I'm picking up on a twin flame pair that need the most help, or all the people that this is going to make sense with. So quite clearly this masculine, I would say, is breaking free of some kind of situation, whether it's a toxic mindset, that's so interesting I use that word, or they could still be in a codependent toxic relationship. Like, it really just depends on how this resonates. But the reason I'm saying toxic is because look what fell, right? So it didn't really fall, it was just sitting there, like, beside my cooking stuff, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And I was like, oh, it's sweets. And I was like, they're probably very date, because I don't even remember getting them. I don't even know where they come from. I do actually. It just came to me. It was when I got oh god, this is my confessions. Okay, so that's an Usher song, that could be relevant. Yeah, gone, yeah, gone, yeah, that's, I've just realised the lyrics to that, so you might want to read the lyrics again. Present, past, future. But basically it came with when I ordered, that's put me off, but I'll keep going. Oh, right, okay, so it was, I ordered a sundae from this place, right, and it's like, and I got sweets with it as well, and it was ages ago. So they are absolutely out of date, but let's look at the date. 1st of January 2023. So the 1st of January 2023 could have been significant for some reason as well. But yeah, toxic waste. So again, I do feel someone's breaking free from a toxic situation. So how clever is that? Like, it was literally just kicking about. I think it's that's what it is. I think it's fallen out of my cupboard when I was putting stuff away when the shopping came. But it was really just to give that message that someone's breaking free of a toxic situation. But there could be there could be children involved, because that's like, you know, something about I got a chick on the side and one on the way or some shit like that. So go and read the lyric. That might not be relevant, but it might be, because it did just jump out at me. Okay, so so, and again, past, present, future, but we're already going in there with the Aries drama. So, and this could be quite entertaining, because I've got my sun in Aries and the moon is currently hitting that. So I'm going to be quite fiery, fun, playful in this, I feel. Oh, look, and then there's a very... Oh, right, yeah, that's why they're there. So, just when I'd got up, and I got up really late, well, actually, there's loads of things. When I got up, I watched the second half of a film I was watching. It was just a cheesy film I found on one of these, you know, Movie 24 channels. And interesting, they're telling me, I was about to say, it was the actress that, you know, the one that is like, oh, there's something about, it's something, fucking hell, how weird. She's an architect. Right, so this is really strange. So if you could just go with me, this is what I mean about, like, I It can seem like I'm getting ages to get to the point, right? But I'm just literally being the mouthpiece, right? I'm channeling God, as I say, the divine, the guides. And I'm just realising it's the actress that plays the archetype in 50 Shades of Grey. But remember, she's a bit, well, she's more than a bit cheeky. She kind of oversteps the mark. And she's really flirting with Christian in front of Anna. And, you know, when Christian goes away and says, like, you know, it's up to Anna, because basically he's just like all about her and he can see through what this woman's doing. She's like, basically checks her. Like, she's like, look, hen, I know what you're up to. Just fucking cut it out. Do you know what I mean? And when she says something like, she says, I can't remember what she says, but she makes it known, like, I'm his wife. So, again, it just depends how this is all going to go here. It could be that, because this is the masculine, like, somebody sees you as their other half. Like, whether, you know, you're married or not, this can be like spiritual union. Like, they see you as theirs, because that's how Christian Grey is. But also, because of that song coming out, there could be all kinds of fucked up things going on here where, like, this is somebody's got a wife, and it could have been a secret, because it's like, this is my confessions, but I don't know. We'll just go with all of this. But it's, or it could be that someone was about to go down the wrong road, because they're now just, oh my god, this is coming through too soon. And the reason I'm saying that is because the film I was watching is called Bridal Wave, and it's about somebody that's like about to marry somebody, but they're in a boring connection and they were just doing the next logical step. So again, they guide me to films like this quite a lot, so I know that that will be making sense for at least some of the collective, where either you or your person has just followed the status quo, and you've either almost married somebody that wasn't right for you, or you've already done that quite some time ago or recently, or hopefully this is an omen to stop you from doing that if you're resonating. But you can't stop your person, basically, is what I'm saying. But it's but that's what that whole film's about, right? So I'll probably refer back to the film because it's going to have something to do with it. But yeah, it's that actress. So I don't know what her name is, but so again, so basically there's definitely going to be something about some kind of toxic karmic energy, which isn't toxic is toxic isn't the right word for all karmics, and again, I don't like saying karmics. All karmic people or energies or situations in people's lives, right? Even romantic, not all are toxic. Some can just be like how I've just described, like dull, boring. They love each other, but it's not for them, because that's how it was in that film. Like, it wasn't like the guy she was about to marry wasn't toxic. He was just fucking boring. Like, so sorry for saying, but it's true. Like, he was just boring, and they were bored. And then this other guy that she's come along has sparked something in her and made her realize that, you know, this. I'm just doing this to please other people. I'm doing this to please my family, and so was the other man. So again, there could be things like this. Sounds like breaking out the Matrix program kind of stuff, like where you do stuff to please the people around you. But yeah, just with that sweetie thing following my way, there is a toxic energy involved here, because in 50 Shades of Grey, although Anna checks her and it is quite funny, it's like, you know, to even do that in front of somebody is pretty toxic, which is why, look, full disclosure, I've said this before, there is a part of it that doesn't sit right with me, the messages that I channel, because it is kind of hilarious if you knew how against cheating I am. Like, I can't even stress how I'm, like, so much so that when I was a counsellor in the Matrix, in the physical, you know, I didn't have too many clients where there was, I'm just trying to think. I didn't actually have any clients where they were the cheater, but I had clients where they were being cheated on. But I think I'd stressed to my manager that, like, you know, if there is anybody that sort of brings that up, I'll have to really check in with myself and my supervisor if I can do that, because I feel that strongly about it. So it is kind of funny, isn't it? Because it's like, but I've obviously been given that soul's blueprint so that I could break through that myself, to be, you know, to be an observer about it all, because it's, yeah, what's jumping out? Oh my god, success, pride, crown. This is the divine feminine card for me. So again, with this being the divine masculine card, I've just been led to 144 on the timer there as well. This is, I'm going to talk to you as if you are the divine masculine. You've got your sight set on, so now we know what the wolf is about. You know, you're lurking in the shadows. You've got to look, trust your talents and changing time. So that can also be about your gifts. I feel your spiritual gifts coming online. The lighter just fell. So again, remember I said something about lighting a spark in you. This divine feminine has lit a spark in you, and it's igniting your passions for all areas of life, not just the feminine. You're feeling this need to release the old and rest, and be truly happy. Enjoy the sun and happiness. Oh wow, that's crazy. Because again, I pulled out these cards, and something could have come about for you there on the crow moon, which wasn't long ago. It was literally just one of the oh my god, look, bride, wife, engagement. So again, so there's clearly something about this. Either somebody is releasing, oh my god, either somebody is like literally stepping away from a marriage or an engagement, so it might not have reached that far for a divine feminine. So again, you know, it's a juicy one. I'm just a messenger. But that's what that whole film was about. So although it's a woman, I would see that as a divine masculine in a dilemma. Because I'll actually read you some of the quotes from the film. I'll refer back to it when it's relevant, but we can already see that there is a toxic energy, and I feel the toxic energy may have got somebody so tied and bound that they were almost going to marry them, or like I said, some people might have married this person. Right, so what I've wrote here is, right, so they work, I'll just scan over my notes, right, so they work to get, because this is, right, if you're new, right, this is how my mediumship works, and it used to be every day that I channeled about a film into the reading, but I actually haven't done that for a week. I can't remember the last time I've done it really in depth, because I feel like they want me to start doing that on the membership, because it can, some of these videos can be hours, like I've got ones that are hours that I still haven't published, so so yeah, it's really just to honour my time and energy, because it's like, it's quite, you know, it's quite unique the way all that comes out. But again, I'll share them when I'm guided to on here. So, but anyway, for whatever reason, so, but the point is this could literally, all of it could be someone's story or big bits of it. So just listen up. This is how you'll help you identify. And if it's not yours, like I always say, grab the popcorn and we'll observe somebody situ, and also help them, because that's what this is for. So they work together, and it's just very boring and stale, and the guy's got to control it. So the guy's got to control the mum. So basically the film is based around the woman though, and I would say the woman's like the divine masculine in this film that is about to marry somebody that they don't love. It's just convenient, it's logical. What actually kind of creeped me out is this is exactly what I said in the last video of when I have come across, like, either just had been chatting to people that I've just met on a night out, and they've started chatting me up or talking to me, and I'm like, I sense it. I'm like, you're fucking married. Like, do you know, sometimes I have sensed it, sometimes I haven't. But anyway, it's times that I can, or times that I literally know. Because this is it, like, some guys will just fucking outright tell you, and it's like a fucking, it's weird. Anyway, so like, do you know what I mean? It's weird that they would like that. That I do find that strange. Like, that's like, but I suppose that would be like some kind of toxic trait of like thinking you can just, I don't know, have your cake and eat it, whatever. But yeah, it was just weird that I'd mentioned, like, you know, when I've actually known like people that are fundamentally like really quite nice people, but it's like part of the programming where they've just done the logical next step, married somebody that they're not in love with, and actually, therefore, I feel it's inevitable that they cheat because they weren't in love in the first place. Like, don't get married unless you're in love with the person, guys. I mean, this should be common sense. But anyway, right. So, but basically, the fiance that she's going to marry, the mum's a nightmare, and the mum doesn't like the woman, right? And so they're trying to please the mum. So there's a lot of codependency. So this could be relevant. It's like somebody's mum could have pushed them into some kind of relationship, or it could even be religious reasons. But it doesn't need to be religious. It could be just in it. So that was just a big part of the film. And then I've wrote, meets a random dude serendipitously, then keeps bumping into him. Yeah, so she meets him in a wee mini mart because it's American, and then she keeps bumping into him, and they find out they've got more in common. And then, right, so basically, like, there's a random bit where it's like she's trying to run away from the controlling mum, because there's a bit in it where it's like the mum actually buys a Vera Wang wedding dress, and like, so again, do you know what I mean? It's like generous, but that's controlling, because it's like, you know what I mean? Like, she doesn't even like her, but she's like, right, if you must marry my son, you're going to wear this kind of thing. It's just, yeah, weird. So, but this goes on. Right. So basically, she's running away from the mum, and then of course she bumps into the random guy, and then of course she like goes off for, like, she goes off in his car, and he takes her to this place and they have a heart-to-heart and they sit on a bench. I know, as if you'd do that, right? Like right before you're about to get married, whether it was the right or the wrong person. But anyway, it's a film. So he says, like, are you in love with him? And she's like, yeah, we get along great. But she doesn't say that she loves him. And then she's like, my mum's been pushing for this since I brought the first boy home. So basically, that's her mum. The divine masculine was like, now it's not her. Her mum's not like toxic, but her mum is like desperate for her to get married. So you know what I mean? It could be something like that. But the other one's mum is, she's just really rude, toxic, quite narcissistic. All about money. You can get somewhere. So again, remember, I could be describing karmic's mums here as well. Just I don't know. It's gonna make sense to you ever. So you can get some. Oh yeah, and then he says you can get somewhere in a hurry, and it might get you there faster, but it might mean you get into an accident. And instantly, what I felt that was jumping out at me for was people that do that like rush into a marriage before they've actually really even, like, just without even thinking about it. And it reminds me of that film again, I Give It a Year. And that then reminds me of twice today, before I watched that film, I got guided to the number 365, obviously a year. And then in that film at the end, it's got like a year later kind of thing. And then obviously they get married. So, the one, the random guy, because you can tell that that's the way it's going to go. So maybe this is, I've just realised that could be like this with a twin flame connection. Like one half of the twin flame connection could have literally been about to walk down the aisle, or did walk down the aisle, to someone else. And then there could be like some kind of dramatic change going where they take a detour, get a divorce, and go towards the one they actually love. So that's quite a story that's not going to be for everyone, but it'll be making sense to some. Right. Right. Then he's a stand-in for the rehearsal wedding. Again, ridiculous, as if that would happen, because the actual fiance was like somewhere. Oh yeah, because that was the other thing. The fiance was a workaholic. So the whole film's meant to be like the fiance's married to their work, and the reason why he wasn't facing up to his feelings that he's not in love with her either was because he was a workaholic. So that always comes into stuff in this too, because a lot of divine masculines in particular, or even females, you can be, because anyway, the divine masculine can be a female, but you know what I mean, if you're predominantly masculine energy, or you're too in your masculine, it can be go, 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 money, 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 and you're just hyper focused on your work, and it's an addiction, a workaholic, which is a real thing. I help people with this. And before you know it, you've got yourself into some kind of situation because you put your primary focus as work and money, and so you don't really care about who you get involved with, like in a relationship, because you believe that love is real when people are in that state. And then they snap out of it. So then the fiance, when he comes back, right, he says to, like, he comes back from a work commitment, and he's like, yeah, that's what I love about you. I don't need to explain things. And she's like, that's what you love about me, as if to be like, that's okay. He's clearly on the same page as me that we're not right for each other. So again, I feel this could be about like a divine masculine, regardless of your gender. Either in the past you had a conversation with your karmic partner that this isn't right, or I've even drawn to say like a soulmate, like they were a soulmate you were learning lessons with, but it's just not your twin flame kind of thing, because this is a twin flame channel. Remember, not everyone is twin flames. Or if you're not a twin flame randomly and you found this, it's just not the person that you're meant to spend the rest of your life with, kind of thing. You're not in love with them, kind of thing. So somebody could have had a conversation like that, especially because something just popped up on my phone that was about confession. So again, there's that word again. This is my confession. Now, can I just say, me singing that song, it doesn't necessarily need to be that the rest of the lyrics are relevant, but it really could be because of how specific those lyrics are. And it could be past, present, future. So there was a bit in the film where someone was like, talking about standing up for myself. And then as the video said that, I was like, I had a video on in the background on YouTube, and the woman said, standing up for yourself. So that was really quite a double confirmation. If somebody's standing up for themselves right now to the people they need to. So whether that's you or your person, I feel it's you, because this is, I keep having to remind myself this is for the divine masculine, but a divine feminine could be standing up for themselves and their divine masculine side as well, because this is again two halves of the same soul I'm picking up on. So he blurts out something, oh yeah, right, that's quite funny. So I'm basically fucking relaying the whole film here, but I may as well just do that because it feels like it's relevant. So the fiance sees that random guy who's an architect. So that's why I was like, wow, it's interesting that that actress is an architect in 50 Shades of Grey. And then this film, her love interest is an architect. So somebody could literally be an architect, or they could be quite, I don't know, somewhere in that kind of field, like an engineer, or I don't know, something that would involve drawing up plans and all that, whatever. Or they could be an artist actually, because because there's a part in the film where she accidentally sees that he's drawn a pit. Well, long story short, yeah, he sees that he's sketched her. So this actually could be about a divine masculine that you're very good at drawing. You might have even drawn your twin. Like I've actually met loads of divine masculine females that are brilliant artists, and that at first kept it to themselves, and then they shared it with me, and then I encouraged them to share it with everyone else. Some of which are already doing it and flying, and some of which might have still not shared it. I just looked at something. I just looked at one of your pictures when I said that. That's amazing. So, but there's like 3 different women I was thinking of specifically. So right, but yeah, anyway, that the fiance sees the man, is like, oh yeah, come down here, kind of thing, and because they'd already met, right? And then it's called Bridal Wave if you want to watch it. I mean, it was a load of shit, really, but no, it was all right. You know, it was, I wouldn't say it was great. It was just, it gave the message that I needed to do this. It wasn't bad. It was all right. Um, yeah, he basically, like, he says something about his nose because he's a plastic surgeon, and the guy thinks he's suggesting that he's about to punch him in the nose. So he's like, look, something could have happened between us, but it didn't. And you know what I mean? Like, you know, but the point is she's marrying you, right? But then he's like, what are you talking about? Like, I was just going to say that I've noticed your nose is, you know, and if you wanted something done with it, which is really quite cheeky in itself. But anyway, he didn't get jealous, right? And he was just obsessing over fixing the guy's nose again because he's obsessed with his work. Like, so again, alarm bells. Now you don't want somebody that's like super duper. I don't say super duper, but one of yous might for me to say that. But you don't want somebody that's completely and utterly totally jealous every minute of the day, and they're accusing you of everything under the sun. I don't know about you, but I don't want that because I had that in my life at one point, thanks very much, and it put me off men for life because I literally didn't get another boyfriend after that. Anyway, moving on. Yes, that was karmic. Um, but, but um, and none of which I was doing none of the stuff I was accused of all the time, by the way, right? So, but he was. So you could be dealing with somebody with quite narcissistic traits. For me, I don't bring those things in all the time, but it just came out there. Somebody, yeah, this is a divine masculine video. Yeah, I do feel that actually. If you, as a divine feminine, went through something like that, your twin is either currently in a situation where they're mirroring something like that, or they've been like that in the past and they're healing from it. Because now they've just guided me to the fact. Last night, I was like, what the hell is that? It looked like a pool of blood on the floor. Bear with me, it was beetroot. So it was like pickled beetroot stuff that my mum had given me. So it was like she'd pickled it and put in another jar, and the jar had fallen over. But it could have fell over even if it was the actual jar. But the point is it'd fallen over in the fridge and it was dripping, and it was so. I feel that's about emotions being poured out, but also it could be like blood, sweat, and tears. Somebody could be working hard on themselves here to heal the trauma. But then I spilt the soy sauce over it, and then soy sauce, and then that made a mess as well. And then I spilt, honestly, like 3 different things today I've knocked over and spilled. So it just feels like someone's emotions are currently spilling over and they can't contain it. And they want to tell you how you feel, or you want to tell your person how you feel, because I keep being reminded this is the masculine one. You want to follow that dream and tell your person how you feel, or that's what's about to happen. It's about to all come up to the surface. What else? But yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is it's like you want signs that someone would be slightly bothered if there was like somebody vying for your attention, that, you know what I mean? Because otherwise it just looks like somebody just does not give a fuck. So wow, I think they're telling me, and I want cards to clarify that you as a masculine have acted like this towards your feminine, that you're totally indifferent, that you couldn't care less if they moved on, who they're hooking up with, all that kind of stuff. But we know how this goes. That isn't going to be true. And I feel you as a masculine might be worrying now about that. Right, okay, so when the woman actually, you know, approaches it with a fiance, right, she says, like, we don't have that thing that couples have when they're in love. You know, that moment where we just knew. And she's like, we got swept up in a wave, and now it's like we're about to make this huge mistake. If we didn't work together and you didn't depend on me so much, again, so codependency could be an issue for you in this karmic, if this is yours. If I was just some girl you met at a mini mart, would you fall in love with me? And then he says, probably not. So it's like, again, at that point, don't marry the person. Do you know what I'm saying? Because that they didn't in the film. But this is the problem. In the Matrix, people don't even have these conversations. They just think about how many people that you will work so hard to gain all the money for the wedding right up until the wedding. People literally could be, both people could be complete workaholics right up until the wedding day, and just, yeah, like I've said before, some people, to prove a point, would actually walk somebody down the aisle just to prove that they don't like you. And that's when it's like, the only people that's going to hurt is, well, everyone. But so if that's but again, it's not always like that, because then they flash up in my eyes, people that I've worked with, some of yourselves watching, that you've met your twin young, you've ran away from them for fear of intimacy, and then you've met somebody else, and it's you've fallen in what you thought was love, and then you've married them, maybe had a kid or a couple of kids, and then you wake up later down the line and you're like, wait a minute, this isn't love. And sometimes you realise the person is also toxic. Sometimes it's boring. So again, it's not always really dark. So they just reminded me of that. But anyway, the fiancé says, yeah, probably not. I think I've been using work as an excuse. I knew there was something missing between us. I just thought it was fixable. We just worked together so well at the office. I just thought all of this was the next logical step. So again, you could be the masculine that thought like that about some kind of love connection that you were in the past or presently, or hopefully this could stop you from making a huge mistake. But again, I'm just in the business of giving the message. Whatever people get from it is what they get from it, because not every single one is yours every day, okay? I do love you, and I love you too. So again, it's a nice moment where it's like, the person she's about to match, she's like, look, I love you, but basically they're like, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. And she's secretly thinking, I think I'm in love with this other guy I bumped into the supermarkets. and then he says, oh, I think I'm relieved. So her feel. So basically, that's like a divine masculine breaking it off with a karmic, and then the karmic realizing, God, I'm actually relieved, because otherwise I was just about to marry somebody that doesn't even love me. So you've just made me the happiest woman on earth. No, I take that back. You've just made your mother the happiest woman on earth, because remember, the mum didn't even like her. So when I'm saying her, this could be him, whatever. And then, so it's quite funny, because then it flashes to like her mum and dad get married instead. Yeah, long story short, it's like, because the mum was like dying for a wedding to happen. She's like, why don't you just renew your vows? So, and then of course the guy from the supermarket is like, don't get married, does the whole, never mind, I'll find someone like you. But again, actually, in that, so if you think about it, it's like, that ain't doing that, is it? It's like, so that there could be something about this in it as well. It's not always like the scene in Three Men and a Little Lady where Peter rushes in to be like, don't marry him, you're making a huge mistake, you love me and I love you. Not everyone's going to do that, like, because it's, in fact, like, hands up if you know. I don't know if I don't know anyone that's done that. Like, does that even happen in real life? I don't know. Like, in real life, the person marries the wrong person, and the other person's sitting at home crying, feeling it. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, or knowing about it, crying, or sensing like, oh, I feel like that's not out the realms of possibility. They would do that. You know what I mean? I don't know. Whatever the situation is. So, and then. So anyway, so when they talk, right, she's like, I decided to wait until I could find that man to annoy for the rest of my life. And then he says, well, as it happens, I find you incredibly annoying. And she's like, I find you annoying too. And then he was like, I was hoping you'd say that, right? So there must be something about you really rubbing each other up the wrong way. Like, you could be very, very different. Now, remember, that was actually, if you're new to me, you won't remember, but I did yesterday do a video, and it was the alliance card came out, so I was like, do you want to form an alliance with me? So it's like, but basically I feel in the past, if you're the masculine, you ran away from this connection because you felt it was too out of balance, and I do feel it left you quite brokenhearted, because you left a part of your heart with your feminine, is what I'm specifically hearing. But it was, you were thinking logically and you felt like you were too different, whereas now you're starting to see that's why this film is quite clearly going to speak to somebody, that you've tried it with people that are too similar to you, and it actually gets really dull and boring. And that's what I channeled about 22 Jump Street, when although that's meant to be about them being best friends and then him going off with another best friend, I don't like the way I said that. There could have been something like that that's went on, and yeah, someone could have went off with a friend, something like that. So, so just anyway, just don't take it if it's not yours. But that's stood out to me when I said it. It's kind of like it's like I said, that song comes on like, I'm missing you at all since you've been gone. Oh wait, so you mean? But basically, it's a funny scene, but it's like getting it across that it's like the guy that Channing Tatum's palling about with, he's like far too similar, and it starts to get really, really boring. And then he's just missing the Jonah Hill character. I think that's his name. So it's hilarious. Like I said, it's really funny. Like I've just forgot how funny those films were. I just watched them again recently. So again, someday, see what I mean? This is part of the message too. If you're this masculine, you forgot how good it was with your feminine, and that's what's all coming back to you now. I'm not singing Celine, but that song could be relevant too. It's all coming back, it's all coming back to you now. Like, so you weren't only lovers, you were best friends as well. Oh my god, and now it reminds me of the we were lovers in the past. Like, now I don't know the words, but it's Calvin Harris and oh, I forgot the guy's name, but it's a dance song that's only just out, and it's called Lovers in a Past Life. So I feel if you're this masculine, you're having visions of being lovers in a past life. I'm just trying to think what deck. I think it's this deck that's got past life in it. Right, and then it's just cute, then he's like, do you want to go for dinner? And she's like, I do. And he's like, can I kiss the non-bride? Right, and then it's 1 year later, and they're getting married. Right, and the songs that stood out to me are the song at the end it was saying something about just one day, all just in one day. So I feel something could change just in one day like that for whoever watching this. And then the words were, I was headed in the wrong direction. Now, obviously, they've chose that song because the whole film's about this. And then the song came on an advert that was, I got my mind set on you. I got my mind set on, but it's going to take time. A whole lot of time. It's going to take plenty of time to do it. And is it not? It's got something about money in that as well, isn't it? So again, there's that thing about being a workaholic. So if you're this masculine, you could be telling yourself, yeah, this is going to take time, it's going to take money, it's going to take patience, like to do the healing or to do it right or to do whatever those lyrics are going to, but you've got your mind set on something. Oh my god, and that's what I said there. And then the James Arthur song, and I'm nearly finished with it, with these bits. Then the James Arthur song came on, so I'm nearly finished with these bits. That's got something to do with it, and look what just jumped out. Devoted, attached, crave. Somebody's nearly finished with something, whatever that is. And they're devoted, attached, crave only you. If you're this masculine, you only want your feminine, and that's already come out in the channeling. And then the song that came on was Can I Be Him, James Arthur. And the lyrics to that, they wanted me to read, so I screenshotted them. Whew, God, that's a lot of energy coming through. And I feel this is all the energy that's going to come through from you if you're this masculine. You walked into the room and now my heart's been stolen. You took me back to a time when I was unbroken. Now you're all I want, and I knew it from the very first moment, because a light came on when I heard that song, and I want you to sing it again. So again, there could be something, 38, I've just been drawn in there as well, could be significant. There could be something significant about either one of you liking singing or the both of you liking singing. Songs could be very prevalent in the twin flame connection, as they are with all twin flames, but arguably more with some other ones. Basically you want to sing from the same hymn sheet, right? Let's see what else comes out then. So all of that film's obviously going to be, and I feel if you're this masculine, social network, information, ways, you're keeping a close eye on your feminine, and it's because it fits with what I've just said that they're in your plans, and this time again, like think, it could be referring to like the things that people have got to tie up here are they could have a family with someone else, whether it be older children or newer children or whatever, but this could also be that they're planning to have this with you. For all we know, it could be both, but it's just whatever. Or it could just be you want to be a family with your twin, just you and them. But look, this is what I said. So they're just everything I've channeled with the film. The cards are banging up. You've given mixed signals because of your blocked emotions, and it feels like you were pretty messed up, and it feels like you've not made that clear to your twin by either just not being in contact with them at all, or if you have been, it's been very confusing, I'm hearing. So, hoping, expecting, faith, manifesting, but it's in reverse. So that's left you feeling a bit worried about the future. Yeah, with your divine feminine. But also, yeah, I'm not liking how that's happening. So, but it does fit, guys, doesn't it? Although there wasn't anything about kids in that film. Family, heart fog, mixed signal, blocked emotions, messed up. And that's a distorted feminine. So somebody could have a family with a distorted feminine, basically. You could have a family with a distorted feminine if you're this masculine, but you keep a close eye on your divine feminine. And this is, it could be like what I've been channeling lately, like you as a masculine might not have understood why you were so drawn to your feminine. You might have thought it was like some kind of trick or like, you know, some kind of passing phase. But I think that was denial. That's, you know, it's usually, it's, you know, you when you wake up, you realise that's denial. Intuition, yeah, because you knew, heart, song, telepathy, inner knowing. Wow, look how much that fits with what we're saying, because it's God speaking through me. You knew because of the telepathy, you knew because you left a bit of your heart with the other half of your soul. But now it's like you can't run away from your inner knowing. Yeah, and look, forgiven, return, sorry, apology. But this is why I think all the things are spilling over in the house. It's like all the emotions are spilling over, and you want to return to your feminine. Free spirited adventure, risks, but it feels really risky. And you've been telling yourself one day, someday, somewhere, another time. And again, look, I think it matters where I lie the cards. It's falling on the family one. So this could be this could be in the past and somebody could have worked through this and they're out of it. Or this could be presently, that it's like you're in a situation where it's like things are going to have to be put on hold. Farewells, leave behind closure, but that was in reverse. Chasing, pursuit, toxicity, resilience. What's the chasing about? I wonder if that's this distorted feminine chased this masculine until they got what they wanted. Second chances, opportunity, making amends is in reverse. Boundaries, no, drawing the line, enough, yeah, and it's in reverse. So yeah, that is what it is. This distorted feminine, I mean, it's just this fucking same all the time. We'll pick that up again. This distorted feminine chased you if you're the masculine, because, and I feel like it's one of these things where it's like they chased you, and I think you've released them, and then they've chased you again because they knew you were going to make her. They didn't want you to return to the feminine because of an attachment, a third party, and peers. Depth, awareness, importance, and value. And this distorted feminine knew how much you were longing after the real one. Turmoil, unstable, affected, emotional storm. But I feel they're saying that's this distorted feminine. Again, it's like this distorted feminine's like, well, this distorted feminine's got an entity. I mean, this is why I just fasted for, you know, over the weekend there to clear toxic energies like that from anyone attached to the channel, you know, and yeah, I was praying for karmic energies too affected to anyone that watches, that, you know, that you get the healing that you need, because this feels like somebody's obsessed with an ex, but like a karmic energy is obsessed with where a masculine goes next. Time, waiting, cycles, moments. Oh shit, I've just realised something. Truth, intentions, honesty, my head's on fire. So there's definitely crown chakra activations. They actually, when I was on YouTube, they flashed up a short, so it was about Amber Heard changing her name. But again, it's just the fact that Amber Heard, it's like, you know, obsessed, toxic. I'm assuming not that bad for whoever's going to resonate with this. I hope nobody resonates with it today, but it will be someone's. But it's that kind of feeling that, you know, somebody was a black widow. Because think about it, that's what it is. And that, again, I'm not going to get into that, right? Because that was so dramatised, and who knows whether it's real or fake or whatever. But it's like, it was a black widow. So just say that all of that is real. That's a black widow spider. Like somebody, like he'll, you know, regret the day he ever got involved with her. So I feel that could be relevant here. Dishonesty, deception, trickery. And now this masculine's releasing, purifying and cleansing from this situation before getting involved with anybody in a serious way. This actually might have put this masculine, if this is you, I feel this might have put you off getting involved with anyone like that ever again. fantasy, daydreaming, imagining, fantasizing. And I feel you tried to put the daydreams about your twin flame to bed. Single, lonely, solitary, cloudy, judgment, illusions, unbalanced, distorted. Like, I feel you actually really started to not trust yourself after getting into that. And it left you broken, shattered, heartbroken, and destroyed. But now you're after this clearing and healing, or this is the way it's going to go, depending on where you're at on this story. You're going to open your heart, be receptive, empathy, vulnerable, because you're better off now. Yeah, look, you're better off now. You're happier. You've got a clear headspace. But this did leave you like this for a while, frozen, no words, and stonewalling, because you were used to clingy, holding on, obsessive, spying exes. Wow. So again, if this is the feminine and you feel that this is your masculine, this could really resonate too. If you know that it's basically someone, I mean, it's not fair on you if you're the feminine, but it's like someone was worried you might turn out to be the same. Yeah, that was going to be out of balance. And this person wants security. They want to establish a healthy foundation, because before they were trapped, yeah, stuck down, tied down and captive by somebody that was like a black widow spider, which left them feeling resented, resentful, anger, hurtful words. Look, infatuation, adoration, addiction, obsession. This is, I just know that they're saying though that is like, look, not nourished, self-growth, focus, that person was obsessed with this man. If you were this masculine, they were obsessed with you. Could have even told you they were a twin flame, but it was a curse. Sorry. I'm sorry for laughing, but it's just hilarious how they come out together. Hex, witchcraft, negative mind, mirror and sheer feel. Like, seriously, again, this is another crazy that is told the divine masculine, I'm your twin flame. Or they could have said, I'm your soulmate, and you're not meant to be with your twin flame. But it was all just distorted, because look how they always come out together. Lusting in beauty in reverse. So it's a toxic feminine lured in, you masculine, and toxic masculinity. But it just left you depleted, drained. It was a long journey. Oh dear. Misunderstood, victim, lost soul. You're now putting the pride and ego behind you and the multiple options. You're quite shocked by feeling guided to do that. But it's everything you've went through. This is somebody's dark night of the soul I'm channeling. Chasing thrills, excitement, good time, and that came out in reverse, and I feel that's what you're putting behind you, because it just caused nothing but turbulence, tension, and arguments. Yeah, because it feels like this is how somebody got involved with this person. Because you're just reminiscing, dwelling about the intimacy with the true divine feminine, bonding, sensual, confiding. It's like I can feel this person reaching breaking point, right? There we go, of all the things, the emotions spilling over, like I've described. Someone's reaching breaking point of realising that however scared they were to get in with something with the divine feminine, and like now, remember it started with that, now you only want that person, and you're like, I can't believe I just acted like that. Pretend and mask exaggeration, like, and got myself into situations like what I've just described. So what else? Yeah, I can't believe I missed this opportunity. I didn't act when I should have. I'm just going to channel it as if I am you, right? If this is yours, because they're getting me to do that. Can't believe I missed this opportunity through bad habits. I just didn't think that me and you would be able to make a proper go of it. But I'm shocked, because things didn't go the way I planned, and now all I can think about is you. And this masculine really did feel this. Like, we just have too many differences. Like, and money could have been one of them. Like, this masculine could have been like, you don't match up in that way. And like, I haven't told you everything. Well, that could be the secrets I've already divulged in this. Yeah, or the secret could be as well, on top of that, is that, like, you know, that they've always felt you were unfinished business. You've always felt that you were unfinished business. We still have things to resolve and discuss. And yeah, I wasn't honest. By lying, I ripped us apart. I can see that now. By hiding my feelings for you, I can see that it's just drove a complete wedge. I totally neglected you. I failed to give you what you need. I didn't even give you friendship. I just turned my back on you. And I'm afraid it's too late to take action now. That's where I've been for a long time, but now I'm getting up the courage, because I know that you feel unappreciated. I felt like you didn't care about me though when you haven't chased after me, and it's made me realise that I really want to fix our connection. How funny is that? I love when I'm channeling it and then the cards are just coming out. I want to mend this. Like, I want to mend my broken heart. I've had a broken heart this whole time, and nobody makes me feel like this. I thought it was love before I realised it wasn't. I realised it was codependency, it was toxic addictions. This is love. And I want a chance to see what it's really like. But I'm overwhelmed. The stress from this is draining me. My feelings are coming up to the surface, they're spilling over. I know this is a soul contract. The lessons I've learned from us will never be forgotten. And if you're not going to take me back because I was too in my shadow, thank you for helping me realise my flaws. That's why I'm holding back, giving this olive branch. I should have expressed myself better. I should have just told you I was scared. I thought we were too different. The love was too intense. I've been hurt in the past. But I get it. We're inseparable. Our love is always there despite the distance, despite me trying to get involved with other people. It's all just backfired on me and I've caused a lot of damage. We're both hurting from this. But I want it to be reciprocal now. I want to have equal give and take. There's been a lot about yin-yangs come up in the shorts. And I know my inability to make a decision hurts you. Like, I just kept being pulled by my logical mind. I just kept being pulled by the fact that we're really different. But I now see that as a positive. I now see that as things will never get boring. And not in a toxic way. I've been used to hot and cold being toxic, but I realise that not always coming from the same opinion can actually be quite interesting. And you can reach a balance and harmony with someone. I want your forgiveness, but I'm struggling to get over the past. I'm struggling to get over how I've acted in the past. When I left, when things got hard, when I escaped, I'm struggling. But you are irreplaceable. The way you love me can never be matched. I've tried to replace you. I can't. It's impossible. I wish you understood how I feel. I wish you understood that I do actually really love you. I care about you. I just can't tell you. Because I'm an ego. I let my pride and ego get in the way of our connection. But remember, this person's not an ego anymore. I'm just going with this. Daydreaming. Yeah, I'm sick of daydreaming. I'm always longing for you. Get out of my head. Get into my bed. Or I want to get into your bed. But I'll respect your boundaries about when that is. I need more time to think. But I feel that is like this person's had time to think about, yeah. I feel pain from the damage I've caused. They're guilty. And they're going to be talking. Yeah, I want to call and hear your voice because I want us to have a reunion. We will always come back to each other. I've just been left completely unsatisfied in any other connection I've been in or still am in. I wasn't happy the way things were going. And because you completely detached and started loving yourself, I'm like, what the fuck? Where's my feminine's energy? Like, why can't I feel them around me anymore? I had to let go so I could clear my mind. I'm still trying to heal. Yeah, look, oh my god, look at this, look. I got into the wrong commitment. I had kids with someone else. I got married to someone else. And I want to tell you the truth about how it all happened. I see your side of the story now. Look, there's that again. I don't want to chase anymore. It's like in reverse though. This masculine wants to chase. I'm afraid of what other people will think. But again, like this makes, oh my god, look, this makes sense. Look at this. Okay, this is another, right, what the fuck? Is this my niche now? It's always been my niche, but I mean, it feels like there's people that literally, like I said, these messages are every day. And please God, I don't want to be giving messages like this every day, but for whatever reason, that's how it is just now. That's like the story from the other day. This is a twin flame union that was sabotaged with a toxic soul tie, a third party, and it's left the person broken. It could have actually left both people broken. I feel shattered about the situation. There were other things that got in the way of us being together. I always feel connected to you. I mess up the good things in my life, but it's what I said. Divine Masculine, you've got a soul tie, a healthy one with your twin flame, but you actually created a soul tie with a third party by either marrying them, having children with them, or something like that. you're a better person than you, because you felt unworthy. But you miss reminiscent, I miss our inside jokes, I'm struggling to find the right path. Being away from you has allowed me to gain clarity, but I feel unclear about where we stand, and I wish I could right my wrongs. Yeah, that's quite a story, but it's all, look, so I think this, again, or this is where you're going to get to if you're this masculine, or this is where the person's already at. I'm trying to move on, new chapter. So this person's trying to move on from all this, but again, that was a lot of shit, but it makes sense to someone, right? So I'll tidy them up after, and again, I even think that means something. I'll tidy that up after. Right, a bit longer than intended it to be. Oh my god, look at that. Oh, I'm saying this was a bit longer than I intended it to be, and that is this masculine. That they stayed in something long. You stayed in something longer than you intended to. If this is you, or your person did. Tell us about where this masculine's at currently, please. Yeah, wow, powerful. This masculine is now the divine masculine, trying to stay grounded, trying to forgive themselves, healing abandonment wounds. Their consciousness is expanding because their high priestess is helping them, violet flame activation, come out of a dark night. So yeah, this is a masculine that's, look, oh my god, that's I love it when that happens. Look, where is it? I just said the high priest is helping. Look, the high priest is helping. The high priestess is helping their high priest basically step into empowerment. So again, that's a potential thumbnail. Yeah, and also this masculine, it feels like this masculine has already come out of a dark night. So, and you know, but I just never know, because you see me asking. So if this is you, you will. I feel you'll soon find out basically if this is you. Right, what do we need to know? And then I'll do the feminine after I have a wee coffee break. Oh my god, that sounded rude. Anyway, moving on. Good lord. Well, I'm getting embarrassed at the way I just channeled that. Alchemist. Oh my god, and then that's so crazy that I just said that, and then Alchemist comes out. Again, it's because God's speaking through me. Once you understand the essence of everything is contained within everything, all things become possible. Yeah, so basically, masculine, you have to be an alchemist in this situation. Things didn't go the way you planned. They didn't go the way you expected. They didn't go the way that you wanted. But here you find yourself in this moment, and the power lies in the now. Ancient soul, and you're awakening to being an ancient soul. You're an old soul. Open your eyes and recognise the sage within. Well, that's bloody powerful with the High Priest card coming out. And I've not seen that card either. Also, this could really be relevant to some of the older males out there. You don't need to be as old as this guy, but he's quite a hot silver fox, isn't he? I'm not into beards, guys, but I'm just saying he's got nice eyes. Heart magic. Create your world from your heart. It's your magic wand of the universe. Oh, that sounds a bit rude as well. Sorry, is that just my sad humour? Duality, and there we go. That's beautiful. That came up on the shorts for tomorrow. In a world of duality sits a truth, a place where love dances in the unity with its own shadow, and there's a transformation taking place. She's beautiful too. That actually looks like someone I know. The end of the old ways, beliefs, or situations occur so you can flow aligned and expand into greater awareness. And I think we'll all know, we'll not leave it there, because look what's on the bottom. And this came out for, spoiler alert, this came out for the new moon on Wednesday. The sun. Feel the warmth of the sun in this situation. Success and happiness awaits you. Walk upon a brighter road. So, do you know what? I sincerely hope that if you are this masculine, that this helped you. And yeah, just well done for doing all the healing work, because that felt really, wait a minute, why are they, I don't really want to end it on that note, but they're telling me to do that. They're telling me to pull, just to give somebody extra clarity. That, I mean, I don't know why you would need extra clarity, because if that was your story, you would know. But again, bits of it could be a few people, you know, bits of it could be a few people, you'd be surprised. That's what I've learned over all the years of doing mediumship, which is definitely like, you know, the last 10 years doing it in public, but look, you know, the last 20 years I've been working on my mediumship, but it's kind of really longer than that. But basically, the most randomest of things can make sense to people. So what else? What was the core wounds that this masculine was working through? Courage, yeah. It was about having the courage to go after what you want. And I feel the 30th of May could be significant for some reason. Yeah, to go after your twin flame. Because in this card, although it says soulmate, I feel that's about the twin flame. To have the courage to claim what's yours, basically. Yeah, and I saw that in my third eye. I should have said that. And to not self-sabotage. So it's like, that's why we started with I want to tell you how I feel. Self-love, yeah. This is a really beautiful, I really love this, but it needs to end somewhere. So have faith if you are this masculine, or all the masculines that resonate with this. I feel that's all the stuff you've been working on, and it feels like you're at a good place with that, and you're ready to follow your dreams. So let's see what comes through for the feminine. See you later. Like, comment, subscribe.